What's up, buddy?
That is the most amazing intro ever.
I am really enjoying it.
Explain to the people what we got going on here because we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, and you're way smarter than I am.
I am working on. Okay, so for some reason I'm not being able to get ours onto YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So we're just on Facebook or YouTube. So I'm gonna do some gonna do some multitasking real quick.
So he's going to do some multitasking,
He's
and
gonna
I'm
ramble.
going to talk about, well, we got plenty to talk about on the show today. We're going to be talking about Earl Strickland it got named to the Moscone Cup. We're going to be talking about that and people's reaction to it. It's kind of amazing when you get on the internet and you see people's reaction to that. It's either here or it's over here. It's kind of like politics. It's kind of like you either like it or you don't. We're going to be talking about the Iowa State tournament that just went off over the weekend. I know a lot of people in our area, from Steve Oder to Donnie Bailey to Trent Bertlow to Matt Schneider to Matt Mattingly's team. I don't know if Mattingly plays singles or not. I don't believe so.
I can't.
But I know his team did really, really well. Cal Stage's team, I believe, got in the money. I believe. I believe it was
Yes.
Bill Lilly, him,
Yes.
Rick Carrillo, so on and so forth. So they did pretty well. So we'll be talking about that a little bit. So if any of those guys want to call in, you're more than welcome to. Although we have a pretty full show today, I don't know. We're going to be talking to Kaylee from down in Princeton. We're going to be talking to a couple other people. I'm not sure exactly, but
we got a lot of cool stuff lined up today. We're gonna talk live, like you said, to Kaylee.
yes.
I sat down and talked to a couple of the You Got Action boys the other day about their.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk to Tim and
about their. Oops, I think I just shared that twice. About their inaugural or first win ever in the at the Iowa 3-man 9-ball tournament. Sorry, I'm multitasking. You guys know I'm stuck at this. I'm just trying to make sure everybody gets to see the show. So.
Yes,
we don't want.
I hope so.
I can't.
So yeah, we're going to talk to those guys, and so we got a lot. We do got a lot to talk about, and we are still looking. While he's doing that, we are still looking for somebody to not necessarily take my place, but we need somebody that's not afraid of a microphone, that wants to do some talking, that wants to help Greg out a few times a week, because unfortunately, like I said, my health unfortunately is just not agreeing with me, and it's getting harder and harder and harder for me to do anything. Although today they had me on my feet, I have to throw a special shout out to Kirkland Chiropractic out of Rock Falls. My back was so out of line the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I couldn't get out of bed. I was hurting really bad. Them guys snack crappled and popped me, or whatever you want to call it, and got me on my feet. And I can't thank them enough. They didn't pay for an advertisement. I just want to thank them because I've never had lower back pain in my life, and oh boy, the old sciatic nerve thing. My feet were numb, my knees were numb, my whole right leg, I couldn't feel it. Needless to say, it was not a lot of. It just wasn't fun at all for me. And I can't lie. There might have been some crying involved.
I've been there. I don't know if it's been that bad, but back pain is for sure. Well, there was something else. Working on some cool stuff that we're trying to do. Also with the show, as Hollywood said, we're not trying to replace them. We're trying to add to the show. We actually want to get a couple more voices in there, just to be able to bounce ideas off of, because it's fun to have a small group of people to talk cool.
Well, not to mention, and it also gives you the room, like when we have technical difficulties such as we're having right now. It gives us a chance, for me and the other person or whoever, to do some talking and kind of distract the public of what's really going on behind the scenes here. Don't pay attention to don't look behind the curtain.
Right. Working on some cool new ad stuff. So if you're looking to get your name out there and want to do it real affordable, make sure you get us up 833 TNT Pool, or check us out on Facebook. Anything I can do to help you help me, I'm going to do it. Great deals. I'm still looking for a sponsor for the TNT Champions Tournament Series third stop. It's a great deal, great exposure. Get a hold of me, and I'll tell you more about that.
Yeah, and the thing about it is what we try to explain to people when it comes to advertising with us here at TNT. I mean, you're not only paying for the advertising now, that when we do the show live, but forever. I mean, your advertisement will forever be on our show for, for example, for those of you that get on YouTube out there, I mean, as I do pretty much every day,
Right.
like watching pool tournaments and so on and so forth, and I see advertisements for all sorts of stuff that were, 6, 7 years ago, that these people are still reaping the benefits of that advertisement that they don't realize it. And even like with us with TNT, when we do our grudge matches or we put on a tournament or something of that nature, so on and so forth. I mean, or we go live here on this show. I mean, it's not uncommon. Like tonight might be a little down because of our Facebook not working, but it's not uncommon for us to get several thousand people to take a look
Oh,
at our show here, our little show here from the
it's
iconic Pigeon Coop.
it's growing. It's getting there.
Yeah, and so and it's only going to get bigger. Well, at least that's what I tell them, anyways. And so if you stick with us and you get on the train now, it's only gonna benefit you in the long run because you can get in cheap and
Yep, get in the ground floor.
yeah.
Not to mention, not only do you get the streaming coverage, the Facebook coverage, the website coverage, Instagram, and all that other cool things, you also get him and I. We talk about everything constantly. Everywhere we go, we're always telling people about everything we come across. So,
And we're still looking to take this show on the road. We would love to go out on a Thursday night somewhere or Wednesday night. I'm sorry.
well, it doesn't
And
have to be Wednesday night.
well, we can
We can
accommodate it to whatever night
Right.
works for your
We can
facility.
make it work, right?
Absolutely. So I mean, if you ever want to have us come out, we'll bring some pool players with us, so they'll be playing pool in the background and spending money on your gambling machines,
There you
and
go.
we'll probably eat your food. And
Oh, yeah,
so on and
probably.
so forth. So I mean, because this is, it's
Probably.
here in Illinois, people eat dinner at like 5 o'clock. But for me, I
Yeah.
mean, dinner time's 7, 8
Right.
o'clock. So
Yeah.
this is like screwing up my dinner time. I should be eating some sort of fried food right
Maybe that
now.
could be a segment. We can get a sponsor to bring us food during the show.
Yes, brothers
I'd be
Daryl.
down with that.
There we
Okay,
go.
we're going to take a quick second. We're going to show some love to one of our amazing sponsors right now. Not only a sponsor of the show, but they are sponsoring the TNT 10 Ball League as well. So check them out. And when we come back, we're going to get a hold of our friend Kaylee and talk about some cool stuff that went on this weekend. And it'll be a ton of fun. We'll be right back. Hang tight.
Sweet.
I don't know, something about that music, man. Just really
You
gets me.
make me feel like dancing. I want to dance the night away. I tell you what, that's catchy. I feel I'm gonna after the show I'm probably gonna probably turn on the jukebox over there and I'm not gonna lie, maybe dance on the pool table a little bit. I've been known to do that in my younger days. But yeah, like we were saying, so when it comes to advertising, hop aboard because it's very beneficial. I mean, all you got to do is talk to CBM Construction, and they'll tell you. I mean, for what little bit he has invested into TNT, he has got more work than he knows what to do with.
All right. We're going to give Kaylee a call real quick here.
Yeah, we're giving Kaylee a call down from the Princeton area, and she's going to go over, I'm assuming, what happened all downstate.
Yeah, she had some teams that we're going to talk about, and we got some cool stuff. Let's see if we can get her here real quick. All right. I have to do some stuff, so I don't know if they can hear that yet. Hey, you.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Hold on a second. Nobody else can hear you. Right now, I just sound like I'm talking to myself. There's Kaylee. Now I just got to get you showed up here. All right. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, we're talking to Kaylee. Kaylee runs things out at Illinois Valley ACS West. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask right now, and Hollywood's not helping me over there.
No, I just sit here and look pretty. Hi, Kaylee. How you doing?
You do very well at it, Larry.
I know.
Oh, look, she's giant. Everybody can see all of us. All right, there's gonna be a couple of us. There we go. There's 2 me's and 1 you, and we're all good. How you doing, Kaylee?
I'm doing great.
All
Hi.
right. Okay. Sorry, I'm all Combubulated.
Combubulated. I don't think that's a word.
So I got some pictures lined up here somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but I know you called to talk about some stuff. Anything before we get to the pictures you want to go with?
We have league going on right now, so we have the fall session. Thursday night 3-on-3, Tuesday alternate shot, and Monday is the 4-person round robin. So we'll be starting another session probably early January. If anybody wants to put a team together, you would be able to qualify for Illinois State in March. So
definitely
just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, I might have to do that because I didn't realize that here in our area this winter. I mean, we're not going to have a winter league, and I'd like to at least get my 6 weeks in somewhere, somehow, some way. But a little harder for me to do since I don't drive. But maybe I could sub on somebody's team and run up and play 6 weeks somehow, some way. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We do have a team of guys from your area. So we have Mike and Jesse and Brett have a team on Thursdays.
They do. I forgot.
You could ride up with them.
Well, there we go.
She's got you all figured out, man.
The hardest working woman in pool right here. She knows everything.
Oh, I don't know about that.
She's doing. And real quick, so everybody knows how to find you. Where they can find you on Facebook, and you have a website, and all of them are still the same thing: Illinois Valley ACS West.
Yep.
I said, make sure I said it in the right order.
Yeah. So if you're down, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the Facebook group is probably the most up to date with everything.
Yeah, so if you're down in the Princeton area and you're seeing this for the first time, and maybe you're just moving to the area, maybe you're new and you don't know, hey, you can contact Kaylee. You can look right up on Facebook and through the website there on Facebook, and bada boom, bada bing, you too could be playing pool right away.
If she doesn't have something for you, she will find something for you. That's
absolutely.
For sure.
Yep, our league runs all the way from Oglesby, LaSalle, Peru area, all the way to Kewanee. So we have a couple different divisions.
That is awesome, and you do such a great job. I don't think I've ever heard a bad word about you from anybody in your leagues, at least that I've listened to and remembered. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say you haven't listened very much. Then.
I have selective hearing. I mean, you know, that's how it works. So you and a lot of your players were out at Iowa this weekend. How'd that go for you guys?
They were. Iowa was good, and we had our group of guys got 5th, 6th in the men's open. I think you're gonna probably show some pictures.
Let's see if I can find that. We won't get to see your pretty face anymore, but we'll scoop past those. We'll come back to these flyers. Those are really cool ones. Hey, there we go. We got a picture of Steve and them. I don't know if you can see it, but we got Steve's right in the middle. I
can't see it, but we have Steve Oder, Jerry Lanham, Brandon Mall, Michael Mattingly, and Jason Peach.
Yeah, all right. I couldn't remember one on. I remember Jason, but I couldn't remember the other guy's name.
Mattingly.
No, I know Mike. No,
okay.
Hi, Mike.
Jim. That was the one I couldn't remember.
He doesn't like to be called Mike. It's Michael.
Michael. Yes, I do remember that the first time I met
Michael
him.
Mattingly.
Hey. Gotta respect the guy. The guy.
And
he said they finished 5th, 6th. They had a pretty good run, right?
They did. They're a great group of guys, and they deserved it. They've been to a lot of tournaments, and I'm glad that they did well.
That's awesome.
What play? I'm sorry. Did I?
5th, 6th.
5th, 6th. Wow, that's tremendous.
And there was
in the men's open. Yeah.
How many were there in the men's open? There was quite a turnout up there this year, wasn't there?
100+, wasn't there?
There was, and with the MPA format that they use, I think they put everybody together. So even the advanced teams are in the open. It's basically all one division, and like the advanced players just have to give a bunch of balls to, they handicap it.
Right.
It's starting to work a little better than it did at first. I think over the years, when you have more stats on people, it'll start to be better.
Now, the way I understood it, that they were classifying people or being able to handicap people by Fargo rate, correct?
Yeah, they kind of go off Fargo rate, but they also do their own research, which
sure.
I mean, we all do as try to run tournaments, and figure out people's handicaps. But I call Greg all the time, like, what's this guy play like? Better than me, or
Yeah, we have to have a little discussion on that. By the way,
certainly, it's certainly a discussion that we always have here, and some people just hate it, and I just think that if every league would just go to the Fargo system or something there close to something similar to where we all used it, And so that way, everybody, just like a bowling handicap, everybody
Right.
in bowling has a handicap. So why can't we just do it like bowling does, where everybody has a
You
handicap?
got to take.
Everybody uses the same system. I understand different parts of the country, different better players, this, that, whatever. But bowling, same way. At least you will have somewhat of an idea. You'll have a really good idea where it's at, and then instead of basing it on what the tournament director thinks they should be.
Right. Well,
Yes,
I think you need to do as much as possible to take the human factor out of it and let
Absolutely.
the performance of a player and their numbers.
Sure.
That needs to be the.
Well,
that-
and then you have of course, like I said, you have a system set up where you can go back and watch, back on 1,000 games that this guy has played or girl, or whatever. And the thing about it is you can find out exactly where they're at. You can see that they're not, tanking, before big tournaments or this, that, whatever. And so that handicap is where it should be. And if everybody just spit with it, it would make things a lot simpler for everybody. That's
yes,
just
I've been
all
saying
I'm
the
saying.
exact same
and
thing
Hollywood
for
has spoken.
years.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Uh, we're gonna go on to this next. I can't remember who. I think I told you what order was. Can't remember what the next picture
I
was.
think either my team next.
Oh yes,
or
it is your team. It is your team. Let's go and check that one
And
out.
speaking of teams and out of your area, how many teams out of your area or out of your pool leagues
league.
went?
This year it wasn't as many as normal, so we had a few that didn't go that usually put teams together. I think we had 4 or 5.
Yeah, and I think from around our area, I want to say we had something,
It was-
couple 3, 4.
Yeah,
or
it
something.
wasn't as many as normal. Did you
Yeah.
have a lot of singles play too this year though?
No,
Really?
no, not really.
Huh.
No,
And I heard that the singles play was up, though. I mean, I heard they had good numbers. So
this
I
was the best year for them. They had 750 entries altogether. I think.
Wow.
It was the best they'd ever done.
And people say pool is
Yeah, and they're
dead,
trying to tell
and
me
yet
that.
we're still growing.
All right, so
Yeah.
right. So tell me who these lovely ladies are, Kaylee.
Okay, well I can't see them, but I'm assuming that's my team.
Yes.
So I have Tina. Tina, she's from over in the LaSalle area. Robin Ridley, Crystal Stocking, and Paulette Dalrymple.
And how did
Okay.
you guys do?
We did great. I'm really proud of my girls. We had to play this team of masters in the last round, and they had to give us 48 balls.
Wow.
Yeah. But it came down to 1 ball, and I'm really proud of the girls. They really toughed it out, and
But-
then we did get in a second chance, and we got in the money in that. So
And there's where I say, but when people look at, oh geez, we got to give them 48 balls. But if that's what the system says you have to do, that's what you have to do. And there you have it. It came down to 1 ball. So that
Yep.
means that the handicap system must be working pretty darn good.
yeah, and I mean they were masters. One thing too, and we had a score discrepancy. So and it was from the very first game. So we had that we tied when it was over, and they had that they won by 1 ball. So it came down to they had a 4 or a 3, and we had a 4 or something. So you have to check after every round. Make sure you're always doing that at a tournament, because it went to the home team. And see, I always picked away because you got the breaks in the last round. So yeah, I kind of screwed our team on that. But also, I lost the last game to lose it for us. I double lost it for us. So.
Nobody's paying attention.
Well,
to
we've
that,
all
No,
we've
no.
we've all been there when sometimes when you got to come through in the clutch situation, sometimes you fail, and that's the beautiful thing about pool. You can get up and play in a tournament the following week and be the winner too. So
right.
you know, it happens.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's do our next one. This one is I can't remember his name. Came with you and played Friday night.
Yes, Cameron.
Cameron. I knew it started with a C.
Cameron Rohrig, and then there's Jesse Rohrig, Mike Sissel, and Phil Entz. So they played in the standard. They did pretty okay, I think, and didn't get up high, but and then we had a couple. I don't think you have pictures of, but we had a couple of guys in the singles. Donnie Daly got second to Trent in the men's advanced, and then Matt Schneider got 7th, 8th.
Awesome. Now, I wanted to ask you about this because I talked to Donnie and I talked to Trent. And I was actually in the process of setting up interviews with them. I'm not going to say that I was supposed to have already had them, but that's another story. But now, explain to me how this works because and maybe you know better. I don't know. And if you don't want to comment on it, that's fine. But I saw co-champion. I saw split. What happened there?
Yeah, the post I saw from Trent, they chopped it, but when I left Saturday night at 1, Donnie was playing the person before Trent, who I don't remember who that was, but and
I
he,
believe
he
it was
obviously
Timmy Bly. I think.
Yeah, I think it was Timmy.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um,
Could be wrong.
and then he won that, and I didn't see what happened after that, and it was late, but they could have played it Sunday too. I don't know. I'm not really that big of a fan of chopping it at a state tournament,
No.
like.
I'm curious as how does that work? What did they did? I mean, did they both get trophies for it? Did they actually claim them as trophies,
I
or
think,
did it go down that Trent was the winner? And
I think what happened was Trent was on the winner's side. The boys decided to chop it, so they chopped it. Trent technically, took first place. So he was on the winner's side, so he got
the title.
the title, so to speak. But yes, I will agree with you that I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm also not a fan of a tournament or a tournament run until 3:00 in the morning, and then you
True.
got to try to play the championships. And so what should have been done, in my opinion, there. I mean, I agree with you 100% that you shouldn't be chopping on a state tournament, or at least you shouldn't be openly chopping it. I mean, you might go up to the guy and say, "Hey, you want to just chop the money?" But we're still going to play it out,
Right.
to see who wins the championship. I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But the tournament, in my opinion, should find a way to say, at such and such a time we're cutting it off, and then you guys got to come back and play for it tomorrow. And if they don't play for it, as far as I'm concerned, forfeit it.
Right. Yeah.
Goes to whoever took third. That's just
Yeah.
my opinion. Now, I don't want Trent and Donnie kicking my ass over this. It's just in my opinion, you should play that out, and you should have a true champion there. So, because I did see a lot of people commenting about, oh, you can't chop it. Well, they did. So it is what it is.
It is, and it sounds like it wasn't necessarily all on them. I mean, it sounded like
it's 3:00 in the morning.
Right. It sounds like maybe they needed to, what is going on?
Well, I think the tournament got behind earlier in the day because the singles did. I know my match got pushed back a couple of hours because their system went down, and they ended up like an hour or two later going to written brackets. But I think they waited it out for an hour or two, trying to wait for it to come back up.
Oh.
And so, yeah, that kind of got messed up. But they could have came back the next day. I'm sure the boys, it was their idea. So.
Right.
Well, yeah, and the thing about it is you got to realize it was Saturday night, and I'm
Right.
sure Donnie had been up drinking all night.
I'm sure.
And
What? Donnie?
and the thing,
No.
but like I said, it was 3:00 in the morning, and it is what it is. And I know that they had to go back the next day to collect their money because they weren't going to get paid until the next day. So that I do know. But how well you gonna play after you've been up till 3:00 in the morning, and then hey, you got to play at 9:00 in the morning for the championship, and you've been up since
There's
I mean, I can see it both ways.
there's no good one in there.
There's just yeah, I understand.
No, I did not have no pictures of your singles. Who else do we have in here?
I am most proud though of how our juniors did.
Oh,
we
yes.
Have,
Colton looks
we
like
have a little juniors league that
Colton.
we started. We've always had Alex Vervink in the league since he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He got third in the 17, 18th division, and then both Jason Peach, he was in the Steve Oder's team. Both of his kids took a title also in the juniors.
Yeah, we got Colton right here.
Yep, Colton, and I think his new nickname he got from Mike Creighton at Black Rose tournament last week, and is Colt 45. So
Go 45.
Well, that's if it comes from Mike, it's got to be a
Ever
great
heard that
one.
song?
Oh yeah.
Colt 45 and Coop DeVille.
And-
Well, we'll talk about that later.
And so just to make sure, they both of them played 9-ball, right?
I believe that would have been 8-ball.
No,
I think it was 8-ball.
Was it? Oh, he's got 9-ball racked on the picture there.
Well, it could have been 9-ball then, yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll check into it. And then his sister. We got his sister here with hers.
Yes, Allie Peach.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Allie shoots great. She was actually Donnie's partner in the Black Rose tournament last week. So I was sorry for her for that, but having to deal with him.
But they didn't do too bad in that, though, did they?
No, they didn't.
No,
They did not.
I remember seeing him post something about it. He said he was. I remember him kind of going on about how well she shot, and
She shoots great, and Colt does too. I had to play against him and Sam Henderson. Me and Creighton. They beat me and Creighton. So.
yeah, because that's right. I forgot they they played in that.
Sam has turned into a freight train. The
You-
kid is
Yes.
just, he's a player.
And I'll tell you that Colton is right behind him. I think he was in the 10-11 division, so he's not even 12 years old,
Yeah.
and he plays better than me.
I-
You know.
I saw one of his videos pop up yesterday, I think it was,
Yep.
when he was practicing and was watching him practice. And said, well, yeah, I'm selling my cues.
Well, that's
Those kids
that's
put in so much time on the table. Carson too. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Carson Hopkins.
Yeah.
yeah.
More power to him. None of us practice that much.
No,
so
no.
They deserve it.
I wish I could.
And the thing about it is, but that just goes to show you, you know, that pool doesn't discriminate on age. You know, you can be 9 years old and play really, really, really well, or you can be, you know, I watched I want to say it was the Maryland State Championships a few months back, where the guy that won it, you know, I think it was, I want to say Maryland, but I could be, you know, for all I know, it could have been Arizona. But anyways, I know, but he was, you know, he was in his mid-70s and he played really, really good. So, you know, just, you know, you can play this game and play this game well at any age.
Yep. I've been playing since I was a kid. I should probably be better by now, but no, these kids are gonna. I mean, Carson already hangs with Steve and Donnie in our tournaments, you know. So I think it's great. We've always allowed juniors in the league. Then we started our own little juniors league, but I've always left it up to the bar owners about that. It's, you know, I'm not going to ever tell a bar owner who to let in their establishment, but
Right.
they've all always, you know, been awesome about it.
Well, a lot of times, if you're out by a certain time, if they're serving food
Yep.
and stuff like that, you can kind of work around that. And some bars, you know, if there is no food or whatever, you know, they're pretty strict on that, and especially with the
Yeah.
gambling. With the gambling machines and stuff now, it really gets you know, sketchy on who can be there for how long at what age, so on and so forth. But another
Yeah.
discussion for another day.
Yeah, it's a whole nother day. So,
It is. It really is. Yeah.
hey, and so I think we got through all the pictures you sent me, I believe.
Mhm.
I guess, I mean, what was the other? I was gonna. So, anything else notable? I mean, anything else that there was? I know they had. We talked about it. They had that first ever 3-man 9-ball thing, and I
Yes.
saw there was a pretty good response to that. Was anything else that kind of stood out? Maybe.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Marty Plum and John Stitch and Nancy and Faith and everybody from the Iowa league. They did, you know, run a good tournament. A couple years ago, I was never going to go to Iowa again, but they've changed my mind on that. So just shout out to them. The only thing I wasn't really a fan of was you could only play Scotch or the 3-person 9-ball. You couldn't do both. So like a lot of people already had their Scotch teams lined up, and then we found out about this 9-ball, that it was at the same time, and then we didn't realize that the Scotch was single elimination. So a lot of people were like, well, we would have played in the 9-ball if we would have known that. So at a state tournament, it's never usually single elimination.
That seems.
So that was
Yeah,
a little
especially
disappointing.
and I'm sure the entry fee was, you know, probably $50 a person.
It was 30. It was only 30.
Well, that's still $60, you know. And the thing about it is you should have you should
Yeah,
should have a chance
Yeah.
for double elimination. You know,
that does seem a little strange.
but
Yeah. But the 3-person 9-ball, I know we only had one team. Jerry, Brandon, and Steve tried it out. I think that was double elimination too. Maybe that was single too.
I can't. I don't remember if I asked them about it when I talked to Sam and them about it. I don't remember.
I like having new events though. A little exciting, something different.
absolutely.
It was
So-
good. It's really nice that they're trying new stuff and bringing it. It sounded like they had about 15 teams or so. They said get into it, and obviously
Yeah.
now that makes a little more sense that there wasn't more teams because obviously the constrictions made it a little harder for them
Yeah.
to do it. So hopefully maybe next year they'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate the time, and I love the fact that you come on here and highlight these players from your league. It's awesome. I love it. You do such an amazing job over there, and I love having you on the show. Hopefully, we can get more people like you to come on here and share their stories with us with their players.
Pool is not dead.
It is
Pool
not.
is not dead.
Well, really appreciate the time. Any shout outs you want to make real quick?
Like I said, just the Iowa, you know, whoever won the tournament, all of my players, great job. And up next is the Midwest in January. There's also John Stitch runs that MPA tournament. There's a tournament the first weekend in January, MPA. I don't know if you got that flyer or not. I can send it to you, but it's at Riverside. That used to be one of my favorite state tournaments. That's where the Midwest used to be.
Right.
But we kind of outgrew that venue, so we had to move it to the River Center, or We have
And
2 events
how
on.
does one qualify for that one?
You don't have to qualify.
You just
So there's no sanctioning or anything. It's the MPA, so anybody can sign up, and you'll have that MPA handicap that you have at Iowa.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay,
Oh.
makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I may have seen that flyer, but if not, yeah, send it over and we'll get it shared out. Kaylee from Illinois Valley ACS West, search her on Facebook. You can find her on internet, the website, all kinds of cool ways to get a hold of her. We've got stuff we shared all the time through all the different TNT platforms. So if you're looking for somewhere to shoot or information on how to shoot or anything like that, get a hold of Kaylee. She can help you out with singles and 3-on-3 and juniors and all kinds of stuff. Kaylee, you rock. We really appreciate everything you do for the sport. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for what you do.
All right, awesome. I'll talk to you again.
All right.
Bye
See ya.
bye.
Kaylee is always amazing to talk to. That girl, I mean, I don't know how the heck she even holds down a job, to be quite honest with you. I mean, because she's always constantly, she's got 50 million different things going on with leagues and stuff like that. It just goes to show you the love of the sport. And I promise you, I don't know what she's getting paid or paying herself, but I guarantee you, it's not enough.
It probably is not. Most of us aren't doing it. So we're gonna take one quick second. I'm gonna throw you some flyers, and we're gonna show some love to another sponsor real quick. Don't forget, we're back every Friday night at Wise Guys for 8-ball. Get signed up. Pre-registration helps everybody. Make sure you do it. Helps everybody know whether or not it's worth the drive. Because some of our people come from all over to hang out with you guys, and they want to know if you're going to be there so they can come hang out. So pre-register for that every Friday night. You got to be there by 6:45. It's a ton of fun. Don't miss it. Coming up November 6th, we've got the TNT City Cup Showdown. The doubles leagues that we run in Rock Falls and Dixon are going to butt up against each other. 6 of the best players throughout, or I don't want to say 6 of the best players. Yeah, I guess so. The 6 top players from each city form City Cup teams, and they'll battle for the chance to take this trophy home. This will be our second one, so that'll be a ton of fun. Saturday, November 6th, Wise Guys, we're going to break right at 2 o'clock. You can follow that live on YouTube. Maybe Facebook, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Last year, I think we just did YouTube. We'll probably just stick to that. And we're going back to Dave's Place on the 20th of November. Get signed up for that. Ton of fun, great food.
Dave's is always an awesome place.
Oh.
I love hanging out at Dave's Place. And if you ever want to go to a nice, just fun, friendly, atmosphere, Dave's is definitely a place you want to go to for sure.
Absolutely. And like I said, food and 4 tables now, so we get flying through things. And one last thing here. The stage is set for our second stop in the TNT Champions Tournament Series, sponsored by CBM Construction. Don't forget, the third stop's coming up, and you can get your name on that. Get a hold of us. The field is all set. 8 players are now eligible. They'll be able to show up and play. We're still looking for a venue to have this at. So if your bar has at least 2 tables and wouldn't mind us coming and taking over things and doing a live stream and playing some pool and all kinds of other good stuff, get a hold of us, and we'll tell you all about it. We can set the date, do the advertising, and get over there. So here are your 8 players set up for the second stop. Jeremiah Easley, who is working now, he's holding 3 champion medals. Noel Fullington Jr. got his first one and got qualified for the second stop. Michael Brubaker, our buddy from the Alcorn tournament, with his first. Bill Lilly grabbing his second and hopefully making his first appearance.
Bill on the hill.
Michael Mattingly grabbing his first or second champions medal for second appearance. And your captain of the City Rock Balls team, Joe Gonzalez, he made it in there, and Mr. Carrillo with his second medal, making it in the second stop. And finishing out the field, it's Mike Rippey. Like I said, get a hold of us if your venue is looking to possibly host this. It'd be a great time, a great exposure. Hit us up, 833 TNT Pool.
CBM Construction offers all your construction needs. New builds, remodeling, heating and cooling services, and installation. Give them a call today, 815-716-6727. CBM is licensed, bonded, and insured to provide the ease of mind you're looking for. From start to finish, CBM is professional and friendly as they bring your dreams to life. Bill builds it best. Check them out on Facebook for more pictures of their amazing work. Looking for a getaway retreat? Wanting to live off the grid? We can help you with any of your wants and needs. Custom-built tiny homes for you. Taking orders now. Give us a call and we'd be happy to help you out. 815-716-6727. CBM Construction. 815-716-6727. 6727.
Ooh, I didn't time out my last one. I
Now
was like, okay.
we have one. We got one more. We got another. We're gonna call Timmy and Sam, aren't we?
Well, no, I actually talked to them yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're gonna I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna do that real quick. We talked to Timmy Bly, Sam Henderson, sorry, Sam Henderson, and Mario
Sammy.
and Mario Mendoza, who won the first ever 3-man 9-ball tournament out in Iowa this past weekend. So hang tight, check it out. When we get back, we're gonna talk. We'll take a few minutes and we'll talk a little bit about this.
Yeah, we'll get leagues. We'll talk about Earl. Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. We'll wrap up the show, and
Yeah.
I gotta go eat dinner.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about Earl. That's gonna be fun. Check this out. We'll be right back. TNT off the rail. I'm Bud. We're hanging out with Timmy, Sam, and Mario, right?
Yes.
All right. We'll start over here with Timmy real quick. Just introduce yourselves real quick. This is Timmy Bly, right? Where are you from, Timmy?
Originally from Decatur,
All right. Sam, wandering around. He's having a bad hair day. Sam, where are you from? Baton North, right?
I'm from Bedford.
All right.
From Bedford. I live in
And Mario, I'm sorry, what's your last name, Mario?
Mendoza.
Where are you from?
I'm from Davenport.
Awesome.
I'm not here originally, but I live in Dubuque currently.
Cool. So we're talking to you guys. You guys played in Iowa this past weekend, and they did something new. It was a 3-man 9-ball tournament format. How did that work? First off, how did it work out well? Were too many hiccups? Did it go pretty good?
At first, it was confusing. It was a confusing format, but once we got playing in it, it was a really fun format.
So just real quick, kind of explain to people how exactly did it work with the 3-man thing?
So pretty much, we all played everybody on their team twice. So if we're the visiting team, they broke the first time, we broke the second time. It was handicapped. Most of the teams went to 15 though, so first the 15-man twins.
Awesome. And how many teams played this year in the first one?
I want to say it was like around 15. It was 15 or 14.
And did you guys know a lot of the teams in there? Were a lot of new faces for you?
We knew a couple teams, but most of them we didn't know.
And you guys had a pretty good run, if I remember reading things. You guys went through there pretty much undefeated, am I right?
Yeah, we started off really high. I think we won the first match 15-2, and then we pretty much just
Annihilate them. You can say it, Sam. You can say annihilated. What? So you guys probably, with the 50, you guys probably played a few, probably 5 or 6 good matches or so. When did you know things were gonna? When did you know you were in? You guys had to have known. I know you guys going in, you guys already know you're gonna win. But at some point during the tournament, after a match, you guys kind of had to have said to yourselves, "Well, all right, we got this. We kind of got the swing of this." And when did you know you were gonna finish it off?
I want to say probably right at the beginning of it. Within like the first 2 matches, we were all shooting really good. We were like, there's no way any team is gonna beat us. I would definitely say when we got to the hot seat, or when we were playing for the hot seat, we knew if we won the hot seat. It was. Yeah. I wouldn't say it was over. Our confidence. We were all shooting, but not. I heard that we made Roman cry out our team saying we should be professionals. We should be allowed in this tournament.
You shouldn't be allowed in this tournament. I was going to ask that question. How did they with the teams? How did that work? Was there any kind of limitations for the teams? Were you guys allowed to just kind of have anybody you wanted?
I don't know what the exact limitations were. Like, I know we were originally going to play with 3 advanced, but we couldn't do that.
Over 15.
There was a handicap limit, and the max handicap was 15. So, like, an advanced would be 6. So we had 2 advanced in our team. We had 6, 6, and then he was ranked standard, so he'd be a 3, 6, 6, 3, 15. So the max you could go to. I can't do
math. he's reinforcing he's reinforcing how much he's staying on top of his studies while still staying strong at pool. So how often have the three of you guys played together?
We never.
No, yeah.
Well,
we probably shot around each other. The three of us haven't played in a tournament together. Like, we all know each other, but we've never played in a tournament together. I mean, we have, but.
Well, yeah. How did the three of you guys end up? How'd you come about? Oh, hey, let's play in this 3-man thing. How?
I mean, we've been friends for a long time, so we knew we needed a standard player, and Mario didn't have too good of a run in the singles, and he was out, which you had to be out in the singles, so we asked Mario to shoot with us because we knew it'd be a fun time.
Definitely was. We didn't call the winner.
So individually, we'll start with Mario because he's been hiding back there, not answering a lot of questions. What was the highlight of the tournament, the 3-man tournament for you?
The highlight for me, honestly, I just want to say just playing with these two right here. I mean, I've never played with them before except Sam maybe in one 3-man 8-ball tournament, but that was really it. But they know how to like basically calm everyone's nerves and kind of give everyone confidence to shoot with them. I mean, it felt like I shot differently than what I normally do when I was with them. So
awesome, Sam.
I think the highlight of my tournament was when of the 3-man tournament was when Mario made a 2-rail kick into the side pocket. I've never seen him make that good of a shot before. I was like,
making friends every day, huh, Sam?
yeah.
Timmy, how about you?
I would honestly just say shooting with the team. I mean, if you guys watch the streams and everything, I'm a big team player. I like motivating the team, so I think it was definitely cool to see Mario being the lowest ranked on the team hit the winning shot for the team as well. So
that is awesome.
Big confidence booster.
So, and we'll touch on him a little bit. I know that, like you said, you mentioned Mario played in singles. How'd you end up there? You said, I know, and mentioned it wasn't quite the run you wanted, but how'd you end up?
Well, I won my first match, and then the next two I lost. I guess the first match that I lost was more so it was just more so a couple bad table rolls, and I just kind of went in there.
Just kind of went in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to try to make up a mistake and erase the 3, so not too much. I guess I could have done. I mean, if I had missed, then I never saw the table a few times. But the second match around, it was actually the same guy that knocked me out the 8-ball and the 9-ball. That one, he did play really well. I was actually just getting on the hill, I believe, and he had just a nice combination with the 1 and 9-ball, and just kind of did that instead of giving me a chance to try to run out those balls. And if he missed, then I probably would have been out from there. But he did the smart move.
So going in this whole event next year, you think you'd do anything different? You think is there an event you wouldn't play versus one you did this year, maybe, or do it all again?
Probably. I'd probably do it all again, but until then, honestly, I'm trying to be more active. That way I can actually step up my game a little bit more. I got another buddy that actually subscribes to some channel or something. That way we could practice drills and everything. That way for next year we can actually be more ready.
That's awesome. It's good to hear that you're gonna keep up on your game and get going. Timmy, how'd the rest of the weekend go for you?
So singles started Thursday night. I did pretty good. My second match, I ended up hitting down 4-1. He was going to 6, and I was going to 5. I came back and won that one. And then I think I won 1 or 2 more on Friday. And then I played Donnie Neely. And he had a really good set. I had a bad set. I had my opportunities, but I was just off that set. I couldn't get it rolling. And then I ended up having to forfeit out because I had a prior commitment to go to. So I ended up in 5th, 6th, which isn't bad for my first time in the advance. So
that was my next question. Is to say this is your first one off your pretty good run last year of big finishes. So well, it's good to hear you got the top 5. That's really awesome. Can't feel too bad about that. Sam, how'd your weekend go? Or do we just want to leave it? We'll just want to leave it at that, Sam.
I didn't have a strong tournament this weekend. I'd say I didn't play my best. I definitely had my chances in both of my singles matches to win. By the way, I went to now. I didn't play well. I just didn't play well. I just gotta come back stronger next year. And
The morning matches aren't for us.
yeah,
Morning-
morning match. I'm out
We'll
of it.
we'll make
I just
sure we.
gotta come back next year and split with this guy.
There we go. We'll make sure we'll sit down with everybody next year and talk to them about, hey, these morning matches just aren't going to cut it. We're going to have to do something about that. We're going to have to help these guys out with that. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and talking with me. And what's the next big tournament you guys got coming up?
I think we're all three going to Legends this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Going to Legends, and then I know me and Sam got a pretty big doubles coming up at Rax, and then I think we saw something about Riverside this weekend too. So
Definitely we'll have to keep up with that. All right, we're going to do that part where you guys pay the bills. Make sure you give out shout outs to your sponsors and stuff. We'll start with you, Sam. Well, all right. We'll go to Tim while Sam thinks about this.
Well, obviously, everybody that sponsors the team. I know my big personal sponsor, McDermott Hughes. I'm not sponsored by Jack the Bet, but I want to shout out to him because, I mean, you see Stu's shirts everywhere, so it's pretty cool to see.
Sam's
Trying to get him to get a booth set up.
get that Jack the Booth. Oh yeah, Jack the Bet booth. That'd be nice. Mario, you got any you want to shout out real quick?
I mean, I don't have anyone currently right now, but I mean, whoever sponsors these guys like that, McDermott, all of them. I mean, they help them raise their game, so give a shout out to them, I guess.
Are you ready now, Sam?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got McDermott. I've got Jack the Bet. Good vibes. Good vibes pool. CJP Billiards. QC Total Tech. And Anytime Billiards. Poolteacher.com. Flashpoint Designs. Simonis. You said McDermott. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the You Got Action boys and Mario. Go check them out. You can search all of them. They all have their individual pages. I'm not sure about Mario. Timmy, you've got your own fan page on Facebook. You can search that. Search Timmy Bly. Sam got his. Search Sam Rhino. Check out You Got Action on Facebook. All kinds of stuff you guys will be able to see. Saw you guys working your live stream, stepping it up a little bit there. There's some pretty nice ones. Good work, Mama Bear over there taking care of business. So check that out. You Got Action on Facebook, Sam and Timmy, and look for Mario, and keep us updated on some future tournament results and stuff. We really enjoy watching you guys do stuff. Thanks for hanging out, and see you guys next time. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
See you.
Bye.
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 Even know, Sam, just a little hint of information, sir. From now on, just write all your sponsors down, put them in your pocket here. So when somebody comes up, sticks a microphone in your mouth or in your face,
He was so excited to be on the show.
I know you can reach right in there, and then you got your, you can read off your sponsors. And Mario over there, he's like, man, okay, these guys got all the sponsors. Hey, we need to get Mario.
Somebody help Mario out.
Mario needs a sponsor.
Oh,
That's the first time I've ever met Mario. I'm sure he's been around. Maybe I just haven't noticed or
they
something
hide
like
him.
that. But
They hide him in the corner.
well, hey, he's up and coming too. I hear he plays pretty strong, so that's going to be nice. And all three of them boys are going to be over at Legends. You heard him say it.
Mm-hmm.
The big 9-ball tournament's coming up this Saturday. Yours truly is going to take his talents over to Clinton, Iowa, over to Legends to the 9-ball tournament. If you're looking to sign up, sign-ups, registrations till noon, and then they have a Calcutta, which over in Iowa is legal, so it's always nice for that. I hate that it takes forever, but it adds a lot of money and a lot of excitement to the game. So you take the good with the bad. But so all three of them boys will be over there, and Timmy Bly's probably looking to get a little revenge on me because in the 8-ball tournament, I sent him to the loser side and over at Legends on the 8-ball tournament. You should have seen him; he was really upset. And I thought maybe he was gonna kick the crap out of me, but nope, he was a gentleman about the whole thing, and he probably went on to probably do a lot better than me, anyways, because I got to day 2, or I made it to day 2, and I made it into the money, but my body said nope,
Nope.
that's as far as you go, old man, and I couldn't make it I couldn't answer the bell on day 2, so but Eric always runs really good tournaments over there. So if you ain't doing nothing this Saturday, make sure you go to Legends to the 9-ball tournament. It is a handicap tournament, so they have novice, open, advanced, master, and elite. So there's a place for everybody. So if you ain't doing nothing, Legends this Saturday. Make sure you go over there and get signed up.
Awesome. One of these days I'm going to get out and go hang out at the tournament. I
Well,
might even shoot in one.
if you want, I keep telling you, like Stu's got that big tournament coming up in
I'll be at-
is that Cedar Rapids? I always
Yeah,
forget, and
but
that's going to
I'll
be
be
at
in-
the corner spot or Second Avenue.
Second pocket. Why can't we ever get that
I
right?
don't know, corner.
We're sorry, Stu. DJ, we're sorry. We're horrible at this. He's gonna look it up.
Now I gotta find it and get
I
it
would
right.
love to go to that, but I will be in Lanark on that day.
Oh, we're gonna be in Lanark. Okay, so I won't be. I don't. Yeah, well, I know that I want to go to one really, really,
Well,
really,
You do what you got to do.
really, 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 really bad.
It's
Yeah,
it's second.
I don't know.
It's second corner pocket or second Avenue corner pocket.
Hey,
Second Avenue corner
sit
pocket.
here as we butcher the name of the.
I'm so sorry, Stu.
Sue's gonna kick your ass. I have a feeling you're.
He's gonna. I think that's what it is.
I'm
We're both
scrolling down
looking.
through here and
We're
now I
both-
can't find it. Of course.
Hold
so
on, I
can-
have it right there. Where is it? Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh come on, really?
I found the Scotch doubles
I
tournament.
found everything except for that. But anyhow, so don't forget, as we wrap this up while he looks this up, don't forget, we're still looking for that third stop sponsor for the TNT Champions Tournament Series. It is a great deal, great way to get your name out there and be part of the scene. Get a hold of me, 833-TNT Pool, or stop by the website or the Facebook page and get a hold of me there. Don't forget, when you're pre-registering for all these TNT tournaments, I've made it even easier for you now. On the TNT Facebook page, right up at the top, there's a big old button that says sign up. All you got to do is click that, and it'll take you right to the registration page, and you can fill everything out and get signed up. Remember, pre-registering helps everybody, so do your part and get pre-registered for a TNT tournament today. We'll be at Wise Guys on Friday, and we don't have anything else going on this weekend, but we got we got a couple of our new monthlies we're working on. A new monthly we're working on. I'm looking at doing a monthly that switches up between Scotch doubles and some other stuff like that. We're starting to push for the ladies league. It's not going to start real soon, but we're starting to push to recruit new ladies for the league.
Well, yeah, and I know a lot of the ladies, they're like, well, I've never played before, they've always went with the boyfriend or the husband or whatever, and they're always watching, but hey, it's get involved once in a while. I mean, it's no different than dart leagues or pool leagues or going bowling leagues or whatever. You get together with a group of girls and you go out and you play, and it's handicapped, so everybody's got a chance. So it doesn't matter if you're absolutely terrible,
Never played,
and you've never played before. But everybody, these ladies, especially around here, the Rockball, Sterling, Dixon area, they're all easy to get along with,
and
they'll help you with your game. And the Pigeon Coop's always open if you always want to come over and get some practice. Also, all you got to do is contact me. So there's ways to help to get you up to speed a little bit.
And all the ladies in that group are amazing. They had such a great season last year even with everything that was. They had a great season. They had a great City Cup. They had a great banquet. I mean, the whole thing was just incredible. So ladies,
Amy came home hammered.
They had a great time.
Hammered.
They had a great time. They all had a great time. That was what we set out to do. So that's what it's all about. So ladies, you're looking for a new way are looking for a way to hang out with some of your friends or learn the sport, learn league play or anything like that, check that out. And look for the TNT Leagues group on Facebook for more information on that. City Cup, I mentioned, like I said, November 6th. You can watch it live right here on the TNT YouTube channel. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, click on the bell, turn on your notifications. Make sure you have liked and are following the TNT page and turn on live notifications over there on Facebook as well, because normally, of course, we're on there every week.
Click like and share.
Yep. But I have to kind of reinforce this thing because I've had some people talking about it with certain groups and pages and things like that lately. if you're not following, or actually if you just like the page and haven't followed the page, sometimes you'll start to lose things. So if you haven't been seeing TNT stuff lately and you're wondering why, I'm guarantee you it's not because I'm not posting. You might want to go and make
That's
sure
for
that you're
sure.
following, because I post so much it makes me ill sometimes.
and the thing about it is, before we close up the deal, don't forget we gotta talk about Earl.
Oh, we were going to talk about.
And here's what
We're-
we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. What I'll have Greg do as soon as we shut down the stream here. I'll have Greg post up on the TNT page. What your thoughts on of Earl Strickland being announced to the Moscone Cup? He is 60 years old. He is a huge name in the pool industry. We've had him on the show.
Mhm.
Actually, you had him on the show. Unfortunately, I was unable to get here that day, but I don't think we would have needed me anyways, because Earl, once we lit the fuse, he talked from start to finish, which is what Earl does, and he's great at what he does. And the thing about it is, so we're gonna post on there. I'll have Greg post on there what your thoughts on, and I already have a post up on the Pigeon Coop page for those of you who belong to that. And if you don't belong to it, you can go to the Pigeon Coop, find it, and as long as I can see that you're a pool player or whatever, I'll add you to the page, because I know a lot of people will send me things from Lord knows where, and I usually decline them because they don't look like they're pool players, or they don't have any pool related things onto their page. But anyways, I'll have them post something on there. See what your opinions are about Earl being on the team. Do you because there's a lot of people out there saying that he doesn't have the game, he can't keep up, he can't do this, he can't do that. And then on the other side, people are saying, well, it's going to sell tickets, and it's going to sell tickets.
And I really wanted to get way deep into it, but I kind of like where you're going with this, because I think it'd be nice to give people some time to really lay it out.
Let it absorb. Just I mean, I have my opinions and all that kind of stuff, but the thing about it is
we don't.
my
have
quick opinion on it is that it's a race to 5. Earl can play anybody on the planet.
I think when it comes down to it, I think it was a smart choice there. But definitely, it's gonna be a great conversation next week. I'll get that posted up here in a little bit on the TNT page, and we'll collect comments on it, and then next week we'll share a bunch of them. We'll talk about it, and we'll really get into the Earl conversation,
because it's in the pool world. We had matchroompool.com on their page. I think that's what it is, if I'm not mistaken, and they posted that on there. And of course, Shane is co-captain this year, and a lot of people are saying, well, it's because Shane is buddies and he wanted Earl to be on the team. Well, maybe it was. Hey, he gets to pick them.
And could it be wrong if Shane thinks it's right?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, no matter what your thoughts on our Earl, one way or the other,
he can.
That boy can still
he's going to take
get her
money.
done on the
Right.
he can still get her done on the pool table. And then, like I said, it's not like it's a race to 50 or anything like that, where he might not be able to keep up with some of the top notch players on the planet right now, but a race to 5. I mean, he can beat anybody at race to 5. So tune in next week, and we'll go over that. And make sure you take a look at the TNT page, and make sure you put your comments on there. Say, be honest. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. My short opinion, I love it. I'll tell you more why I love it next week for sure. Check out the TNT Facebook page. Make sure you like and follow that. Hit like and subscribe here on the YouTube page. Don't forget, if you want to be part of the show, hit us up, 833 TNT Pool, any one of our social media outlets. In the chat boxes, anything. You can get all kinds of stuff. I'm going to leave you with one last awesome piece of this. I'm really enjoying this spot. I love this place so much. I love going there. But I'm going to leave you with this, and then till then, I'll see you next week, Hollywood. I've been Bud.
See you guys later. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the messages and stuff like that in my messenger and stuff like that, wishing me good luck and keep up the fight. And I promise you, I'm not dead yet, and I'm going to keep up the fight as long as I can, and I appreciate it. So
he's under contract. We'll see you guys next week. Later.